So I have worked on some setups for Laser Hallway, which should make lighting up the first three crystals consistent. I will show them now. So the first triangle, you want to draw it from this corner to that corner. You want the middle point to be roughly somewhere in here, and you want to adjust that point because it has to shoot in the middle here. In this point, this is where you want the laser to be shooting, and so you adjust that middle point based on that. So from corner to middle point, we need it to be a bit higher up, so let's move it to here. Okay, and that's our first triangle. Now for our second triangle, I have reference pictures on the left so I can see what I'm doing on my other screen. So if you see me quitting out, it's because I'm changing the reference picture on my other screen. Yeah, for the other try you want these 2 points, and then the third one somewhere in this area. And once again, you want to figure out which point exactly, because up there it has to be shooting in this point. This one I'm over with my cursor right now, the middle of this square. And so it's fairly easy because there are all the squares of the different colors, so you will recognize this spot easily. And so you want to move. If you move this horizontal, it doesn't have much of a difference. This one helps in moving it vertically. If it's off horizontally, which shouldn't happen too much, you can just adjust one of these slightly, and then with some help you should get it shooting right there in the middle. And so once you have that triangle, you climb up as usual, and I recommend quick saving after each one, especially during practice, just so you can figure out what you need to do. So once you have that one, you want to draw this one. This one is kind of weird. You need to look at the middle of this yellow cube here, this line. Place 1 point here. You want to place, oops, don't do that, don't fall down. Happens to me a lot, but don't do it. And then another one in the symmetrical position on the other side, so on this line here. And you can look at the textures. I count the cubes from the wall, but you can look at the textures and it works just as well. And then the last one is here somewhere, and if you see, yeah, somewhere like here, lights up that crystal down there, and you can light up all of the 3 crystals depending on where you place it, but we want to light up the first one first. And so what you want to do is you want to stand in this spot, click tab, and adjust your position. The issue with this triangle is that sometimes you shoot here. Did it happen? I think it did. You shoot this this crystal and the laser stops because it's blocked by the structure of the crystal itself. And to work around that, you just need to adjust the position of the points slightly, and you can usually fix it. So you want to draw one here, one there. Move over to this spot. Did I did it on the wrong try? 1 second. Okay, so this, and then go here. Move this down a bit. As soon as you hit this, you want to be like, you move it horizontally. If you move this point horizontally rather than vertically, usually you will solve that problem. And so now you have your first crystal is lit up, and your laser is ended up right there. So for your next try, you want it's kind of weird, but you want, see this square? You want to place a point, how to explain this? Here. There's no way to explain it, just place a point here. And you want to do the same on the other side. They're colored like weirdly compared to what is around it, so you have an easy time with this too. And so here, and the last one just goes down here. And if you move this point appropriately, you can also snipe this one. And by now this placement will be a bit inconsistent, this landing of this last laser, but we can still snipe this last one with a fairly consistent setup. What you want to stand here, you want to place a point, where is this point? Here, roughly. And then the other two need to be on the walls, but only slightly, like basically in the corners, but still on the walls. Oops, don't kill yourself, make sure you're not killing yourself here. And then you can just kind of wing this, yeah, here. You might have the same issue if you have this issue where it lights up and then stops on the structure of the thing. Once again, just move slightly and you, oops, move this points, one of the points slightly, and you should be able to get it. Okay, so hold on. This might take a while to fix this problem, but you can get it if you try. It hasn't given me much trouble. I've always been able to fix it. Here we go. And so once you have that, you have all of these three light up, and you just need to bounce this laser back. And so you just draw a try on the ground to make it bounce back up. And you move over here. This is the last try that you can set up with some sort of consistency, because after this it gets pretty wild. Because you can't use the middle anymore, because you'll already have this laser bouncing up and down a bunch of times. So and also this light inaccuracy, like you see this triangle is not even, that triangle is probably not perfectly even, so is this one, so luckily I got it still in the perfect middle, but you see that it's not completely even, so you will not always have this exact position, but you can set up a sort of consistent way to move this laser where you want it to be. So you want to place a point beyond the laser, and then these 2 points roughly in the yellow corners. And then these 2 points, you can change them wildly depending on where you need it to go. So you just stand in this corner. It's a bit tough to look at all of the points and at the laser at the same time. But if you do something like this, you should be able to pretty much wing it. Yeah, you want the laser to be a bit lower than that. No? Let's see if I can... Oh, I don't want it there. Please no. Here, like something like this should work. Oops, no, actually. Well, I guess it still does. I don't like to have laser bouncing off of previous tries, but this should still work. From down here, you just wing it. It's like the old laser hallway. It's the same technique, you just kinda go and throw some tries and pray and try to dodge this corner where you need to clip after. But yeah, it's really easy. You just need to remember all of the lineups, and you should be able to get this consistently. I've done it now 4 or 5 times in a row in practice, and it's really easy. You just need to use lineups as references and then adjust slightly if the laser bounces off on the on the little structure here. And yeah, that should be a much better way to do the literal way. Should remove all of the inconsistency of bouncing back and forth back here. So yeah, I hope this helps.